What do you guys want to talk about?
What do you want to talk about? What do we want to talk about? What do we want to talk about? What do you guys want to talk about?
Oh, okay. Welcome to my live stream, Wrestling Maniac live stream. Welcome to welcome wrestling fans. Welcome to my show. We're live on this Tuesday. I'm gonna try to get this done before NXT tonight. That is the plan. I was originally gonna start later, but I got time now, so make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment below. I got a lot to talk about. Raw, definitely had a lot of things happen that I want to talk about. Definitely coming off Raw, and so couple things we're gonna talk about WWE Raw. All right, couple things referring to WWE Raw. For example, we'll talk about AJ Styles. Of course, we're going to talk about AJ Styles. We're going to talk about Brock Lesnar, Liv Morgan. We're going to talk about Bronson Reed. We're going to talk about all of that. We're going to talk about AEW, Hangman Page. Talk about that. Okay. And what Hangman Page from AEW is doing. We'll talk about that. And how he's pert. Basically, the fact he can never, if he loses MJF, he can never challenge for the AEW World Title again. We're going to talk about that. Okay? We'll talk about that for sure. Okay? Talk about all of that. So come say hello. Sit back, relax, and have some fun with me, guys. So like, share, subscribe, comment below. Please comment. I hope to see my friend Red. Red's a huge wrestling fan. I hope to see him in the chat. All right. I'm going to kick it off with AJ Styles, man. We're going to kick it off with that. AJ Styles. Okay? The tribute yesterday was wonderful. AJ Styles got to say his piece in front of his hometown audience, in front of his home crowd, and explain why he decided to take the gloves off there instead of Royal Rumble. Why decided to fully call the quits there. And why he decided his last match to take place at Royal Rumble. Said he started his career at Royal Rumble. He ended his career. He started his WWE career at Royal Rumble. Ended his wrestling career at Royal Rumble. But then went on to say why he didn't take off the gloves there at the Royal Rumble. He explained why. And it made sense. His family was there in the audience, in the crowd, right? Among his wife, his kids, they were all there, okay? They were all there. Okay? So it made sense why they were, all right? He did that, right? And he has friends there, active wrestlers there, friends from other companies there. Abyss made an appearance. Yes, the TNA alumni, people from TNA, Abyss, Frankie Kazarian, because they have history with AJ Styles. And they had wrestlers. They had wrestlers video-wise. Talk about AJ Styles in a good way, positive way, and how phenomenal AJ Styles was. So all in all, the tribute show was great. It was good. But then, as the wrestlers came down the stage to clap and congratulate AJ Styles for a masterful wrestling career, the gong, you hear the gong, and then it gets dark. It gets dark, turns to dark. That means, oh my God, it's the Undertaker. The Undertaker's here. The Undertaker. Okay? The Undertaker. And so, Undertaker comes on his bike down to the ring. American Badass. And then what does he do? Tells AJ Styles that he's going into the WWE Hall of Fame. He's going to be inducted into 2026 WWE Hall of Fame. This Hall of Fame right here. That's what he tells AJ. And AJ, with a genuine surprise, shocked, and happy smile on his face. His family comes in with him. Okay? His family comes. Okay? His family comes to celebrate that. The moment that AJ Styles is going to the WWE Hall of Fame to be and to join Stephanie McMahon as the other member who's going into the Hall of Fame. Because Stephanie McMahon is also in the Hall of Fame this year. Can't be more happy for a guy like AJ Styles. Good wrestler, all around good wrestler, right? Like amazing in the ring, out of the ring. It's phenomenal. Phenomenal is the best to describe it. AJ Styles. All right? Yeah, I would think so. As I was to say, I would describe it like that. Man, simply phenomenal. Okay? There's a tremendous moment in Atlanta, Georgia, tremendous in front of the crowd, in front of his home crowd, just seeing how genuinely surprised and happy he was knowing that he's being inducted into this year's Hall of Fame WrestleMania. This is a guy who tremendous matches throughout his career. One of the best wrestlers through the past few decades that WWE got to see for 1 decade, at least 10 years. 10 years. Okay? But TNA, New Japan, he is mostly known for his TNA work. I watched his TNA work, right? I watched TNA when he was working in TNA. Mostly known for his TNA work. And he put on incredible matches during TNA. In his TNA run, some great workers in TNA. From Kurt Angle, Jeff Jarrett, Samoa Joe, Robert Roode, Eric Young, Abyss, Christopher Daniels, even Low Key, Jerry Lynn in his early years, a young AJ building his career in his early years. And then New Japan forming the Bullet Club, taking the mantle over from Finn Balor, who went to WWE in 2014. So AJ Styles took over the Balor Club for about 2 years, right? Before he made the transition to go to WWE in 2016. Obviously, Omega took over after AJ. And then in his WWE career, incredible matches with guys like Roman. His first year, he had incredible matches with Roman, some great matches with Roman. What do you have? Oh, yeah, he had some matches. Obviously, the Cena feud, the John Cena feud. Incredible. The John Cena feud that went the summer of Cena and AJ that went kind of all the way to, I would say, January, because that's when Cena took the title from AJ to win the 16th belt, World Heavyweight Championship. Yeah, I believe so. Okay. And then, after that, he had some incredible matches with Brock, Daniel Bryan, so on. You could say all around incredible matches AJ Styles has had throughout his career. That simply phenomenal. None, and that was not no pun taken. No, that was pun taken. That was a real pun. I did it on purpose. So yeah, man, he's going in the WWE Hall of Fame. Okay, he's going in. So for this year, I guess he'll be the headliner. I guess, obviously, right? He'll be the headliner going in. Which to me is no surprise. I'm not shocked by that. Okay. I'm not shocked he's the headliner going in. But if it is so, with Steph, and as we get closer to WrestleMania, more inductees will be announced, I assume. That's how it goes, right? That's how it goes. More inductees will get announced. Don't know who, don't know when, but I mean, the next few weeks we know when. The next few weeks. But it's gonna. This Hall of Fame is getting really interesting with these inductees for Stephanie and AJ. All right, I talked about that for 13 minutes. And he definitely deserves it, guys. Right? Definitely so. He deserves to go in. His career speaks for himself. Legendary career. Legendary career. You can't deny that. All right. Can't deny that. All right. Let's move on. Let's move on from how about okay, I know what we should move on to. Brock Lesnar has issued an open challenge, all right? Issued an open challenge to Anybody that's willing to challenge him, that's the guts, the balls to challenge him. Okay? That has the guts, the balls to challenge him at any time, for especially for WrestleMania. Basically for WrestleMania. Who, right? That's Brock Lesnar, right? Episodes of past Raw, Paul Heyman was the one who said it, right? Anybody back there have the guts, the balls, the fortitude to challenge Brock for a match at WrestleMania? Okay? Anybody back there? Who has the balls to do it? Okay? Okay. Okay. So he has certain dates. There's certain dates he's going to be on. He's going to be on a lot. He's going to be on a lot of dates going forward to WrestleMania. So there's a lot of dates that he has on his schedule. Okay, they actually released a schedule that he's going to be. The schedule he's going to be on, the dates he's going to be on, Raw and SmackDown, right? Okay. They actually have dates for that. And each day he'll be there asking, demanding anybody who's going to challenge Brock Lesnar. Him, Brock, at WrestleMania. Okay? At WrestleMania. So, what does this mean? Who is going to challenge Brock Lesnar? What do I think is going to? Who I think is going to challenge Brock Lesnar? So, not anything changing in between now and WrestleMania. I still think it's going to be Oba Femi is going to challenge Brock Lesnar. Okay. I still think it's going to be Oba Femi is going to challenge Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. I still believe that. Okay? I still believe it's going to be Oba Femi. Why do I say that? Because it specifically is an open challenge. And I think nobody's going to answer the call. Nobody's going to answer the call, okay? Nobody's going to answer the call. So that's why I believe it's going to be Oba Femi. It's going to... Otherwise, it's going to be LA Knight. If you're going to still plan to do LA Knight will most likely... LA Knight will probably lose Elimination Chamber. And maybe there's a chance it could be LA Knight. Two. But I don't think so. I think that's plans changed. So with the thing with Oba Femi and Brock, because Brock eliminated Oba Femi at the Rumble, right? Brock eliminated Oba Femi at the Rumble. That's true. And Brock was eliminated by Cody and Jay. And was eliminated by Cody. Right? So with each date, with each Raw and SmackDown Brock is on, and nobody comes out to challenge him. Or you could do two things. On a future Raw SmackDown, the challenge to come out is the challenge out, and Oba Femi answers. His music hits. He walks with his strut. You know the way he walks down the ring, right? And stands face to face with Brock. The stare down, the intense face to face stare with each other. They could do that for sure. Okay. Signifying that Oba Femi has answered the call. Or they could do this. They can have nobody answer the call at all. Nobody answer the call. and wait all the way to WrestleMania. Okay, wait all the way to WrestleMania. And have Brock and Heyman come out, lay out the open challenge, still lay out the open challenge, and that's what Obafemi challenges Brock. They could do something like that. Right? They could do something like that. So there's two ways. I still think it'll be Obafemi. Okay? Will challenge Brock. But he's going to answer the challenge. I mean, he could have challenged Brock yesterday, obviously, but it seems like Obafemi's a little involved with Rusev, and you got to get that match down the line. That possibly could be. If not Obafemi challenging Brock at WrestleMania, it's possible that we may see Obafemi and Rusev. But I know that's going to disappoint some people because they want to see Brock and Rusev. And Brock and Obafemi. They're going to be really, really disappointed and not happy with that. But there's a chance that that may not happen at all. Okay? Okay? It's a possibility that guys, Obafemi and Brock may not happen at WrestleMania. Somebody else may answer the open challenge. The open challenge to face Brock at WrestleMania. Okay? I don't know who that is. I mean, based on the rumors, there's only like LA Knight and Obafemi for a while, right? Well, LA Knight's been rumored back, right, by credible dirt sheets. Credible, guys. Credible. Okay? Credible. Okay? Right? Okay? The Obafemi Brock thing, that was just fan fiction, fantasy. And Obafemi is aware of it. I'm sure Brock Lesnar is aware of it. Why wouldn't they be? WB is aware of it, obviously. Obviously, they'd be aware of it. Okay. And down the line, maybe. But WrestleMania, that's the only way, that's the only story I can see going to WrestleMania is either LA Knight or Obafemi challenging Brock, answering Brock's challenge. Okay? Because Obafemi, I can tell you one thing. Obafemi is not scared of Brock. Not scared of Brock Lesnar. He is not scared of the beast incarnate Brock Lesnar. Okay? That's for sure. Okay? He's not scared of Brock Lesnar. That's for sure. And I'm prepared. I'm prepared for it not to be Obafemi, and I'm prepared for it to be Obafemi. So I can't be wrong. So Obafemi scared of MJF. MJF would make fun of Obafemi. All right. But Brock, yeah, man, like before when Raw was announced, when Brock was announced for Raw, before into Raw, leading up to Raw, you know all these all podcasters, all these YouTubers, podcasters, people that write for wrestling or talk about wrestling, suggest Brock should be an Elimination Chamber match, right? Or he's going to take out somebody's spot for being an Elimination Chamber match. Nah. I'm like, no, that's not going to happen. Not going to happen. Okay? And of course it didn't happen. Red's here. Good. Okay? That's never going to happen, guys. Okay? Okay? So we'll see the next few, we'll see the next weeks leading up to WrestleMania, the dates. Who is going to be mad enough to challenge the Beast or incarnate Brock Lesnar? Hey, who knows? Maybe I'll challenge Brock. No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to challenge Brock. I don't want a death wish. A death wish, man. All right. All right. Let's talk Liv Morgan. The discussion of Liv Morgan is not going to be long because there's not much to go into. I mean, she made an obvious choice to choose Stephanie Vakir to go after Stephanie Vakir, not Jay Cargo, because there was really no the lead up to this decision for Liv Morgan. The difference was that the Jay Cargo side of things, there really was it wasn't really that intense. It wasn't that personal. It didn't get to a point where, yeah, Liv shouldn't pick Jay Cargo. The Stephanie Vakir, especially last week when Stephanie Vakir made her cry on TV. And they went with that. They went with that segment backstage, right? They went with that segment backstage. I'm busy playing Helldivers. Segment backstage, and they added it. They could continue from that story to Yoshi's decision. And dumb babyface Stephanie Vakir, she bought Liv Morgan's sarcastic promo to her, where she said Stephanie Vakir is right, and she didn't know about Stephanie Vakir's struggle, and that Stephanie Vakir is right about Liv, that she is the WWE machine, all that. But that was just her being sarcastic and not caring, making Stephanie Vakir think she's making Stephanie Vakir realize this, right? And then obviously that was I'm not gullible. I didn't believe it for a second. I don't think anybody else did. She was not going to challenge Jade from the start. She was not going to challenge Jade. She goes sucker punch Stephanie Vakir, beats up Stephanie Vakir, holds her belt, and that pretty much signifies that she's challenging Stephanie Vakir for WrestleMania. Right? I think it was really, really obvious. Okay? It's way too obvious. And it obvious works. I mean, it would have been a surprise if she chose Jade. But I don't think a sucker punch with Jade would work. I don't think so. I don't think a sucker punch with Jade would work. A smaller woman like Liv Morgan says sucker punching Jade, I don't think that would work. I think it would be pissed off Jade. I think Jade will just she'll take it, but she'll never react to it. She'll just get mad, pissed off, and be like, it had no effect. It would have no effect on Jade, basically. Playing Helldivers, Brad? It's cool, man. It's cool. Okay? So obviously she made the right choice. I mean, the obvious choice. And yeah, that's about it for that topic. All right. All right. Bronson Reed. I seriously think the Vision is cursed. I think Kevin Feige put a spell on the Vision faction and says, you can't use the Vision name. So I'm going to use a spell to injure all your Vision wrestlers. And I'm joking. But the Vision group is cursed. Now, it's just scam Pokemon card collector and seller, Logan Paul, and Austin Theory. Yeah, Austin Theory. The guy with WWE still thinks could be something. And Logan Paul is just Logan Paul. And that whole scam with the Pokemon card, the Pikachu card, that's a different story for a different day. Okay. But yeah, all right. All right. All right. So let's continue on, okay, my friends? Let's continue on. Bronson Reed, his injury is a bicep injury, and he's out indefinitely. Meaning a long time. It definitely is not like a month or 2 months. It definitely is like longer than 4 months. I'd say longer than 3 months for sure. But he's out definitely. And his injury is a very dead serious one. I don't expect him to come back for a while. Maybe not till at least the second half of this year, and I mean late the second half. Now, and that's the thing. The Vision is seriously cursed. That group is seriously cursed. Okay? Seth Rollins, the leader, gets hurt. Gets freaking hurt. Right? Turn on him. Braun Breaker gets hurt. Braun Breaker gets hurt from just lifting up a announce table. His stupidity got him hurt. Okay? Bronson Reed just got hurt on a fluky kind of part of the match where he did that roll thing. It looks like he did it wrong or whatever. And it was just seemed like so simple, but he's a big guy too. And man, he just right out of the ring, Doctor checks on him, and they walk him through the back during a commercial or whatever. And they call an audible where Jey Uso gets the win. Jey Uso is going to the Elimination Chamber. And if that was a singles match, that match would have been called off, and the other person would be the winner. That match would have been called off. But it wasn't a singles match, right? It wasn't a singles match. Okay? Okay, and what does this do? What does this do for the future of this group? WrestleMania. What does it do for the WrestleMania plans? Because clearly, there were clearly the vision and Seth Rollins as a mysterious masked man. We all know what's going to be him. Clearly, they were setting up a Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins match. But what about the other Vision players, especially Bronson Reed? What's his role going to be at WrestleMania now that he's out? And Austin Theory and Logan Paul, are they going to team up, tag team on the mysterious man, somebody else? Are they going to do that? Are they going to have when Seth Rollins? I mean, can you possibly have two mysterious men? One is Seth Rollins and the other guy is whoever, and they end up tag teaming to face Logan Paul and Austin Theory at WrestleMania. Is that the plan they might have to go into? Have two mysterious black, all dressed in black, masked attackers. One is Seth and the other is working with Seth. Kind of like they did with the Scream movies, right? There's more than one ghost face. Something like that. And then change it to a tag team match at WrestleMania instead of a one-on-one match. Because obviously, clearly the Braun Breaker injury changes a lot of things, and the Bronson Reed injury, I don't know how much it changes, but the vision is pretty much right now just Austin Theory and Logan Paul. And I don't know. I mean, where do we go from there, right? Where do we go from there? Okay. I in the coming weeks we'll get a clear picture and expand on this kind of stuff to see where it's headed, right? With all storylines being pushed forward towards Elimination Chamber WrestleMania, obviously. All right, let's switch gears. Switch gears. AEW. Okay. Dynamite. Max, MJF, and Adam Hangman Page. Good heated promos last week. How MJF went out to basically say why triple analysis, why he hated MJF, why he hated Adam, and Adam kind of explained why he hated MJF. What great promos those two. All right? What great promos. But that's not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about this. Why it's bad and good. So Adam Hangman Page said any stipulation, Max, any stipulation that match. Here's what I'll do. I'm willing to put not the choice, but me not being allowed to ever challenge for the AEW World Title again if I lose at Revolution. So if Adam Hangman Page loses to Max MJF at Revolution, he can't challenge for the AEW World Title ever. And I mean ever. Not 1 year, not 2 years, ever. And Jericho said ever. However, ever. Okay? Ever. Okay. A lot of people didn't like that because it makes me believe. I know it's not happening. Why? It makes me believe it's not going to happen. It's not. There's no rumors on this, but it's not going to happen. It makes me feel like Hangman Page wants to. It's like ready to move on. But the thing with AEW is there's other divisions, right? In the promotion. See, the thing is, WWE has two divisions basically. Okay, basically heavyweight championship title and US/Intercontinental. AEW doesn't really have divisions per se. Yes, they have a heavyweight title, but they don't have like a cruiserweight title or anything like that. What they have is a bunch of different titles, right? Continental title, TNT title, international title, bunch of things like that, right? And some of those belts are being worn by heavyweight champions, world title champions in other promotions, or we're AEW. John Moxley, Okada, for example. Hangman Page is trios tag team with basically a cruiserweight tag team. Okay? All right? So Hangman Page, like, it's always, so that's the good thing here. Hangman Page can challenge for other titles where other heavyweights are in that weight. The thing about WWE wrestling, you got to understand, there's truly no weight class. There is no weight class if you really think about it. AEW has no true weight class. Yes, they have the moniker, they have the stigma that is mostly where the smaller wrestlers are, but they really don't have a true weight class. They don't have this cruiserweights facing cruiserweights and heavyweights facing cruiserweights. You don't have cruiserweights face heavyweights. You have heavyweights face cruiserweights. Cruiserweights face cruiserweights. You know, like that, right? They don't do that. That's the WCW did that. Okay. So I'm Hangman Page. I mean, okay, he'll probably lose, but AEW is not. AEW to me has a lot of top main event talent still there, okay? A lot of main event talent still there, okay? Okay? You still, yeah, Hangman Page may not be able to challenge for AEW World title, but you still got Kenny Omega, Swerve Strickland, MJF, Moxley, you can still say Moxley, Okada, okay? Well, Ospreay's coming back. You can even say, who else? They got years ago. I would say Adam Hangman Page not challenged for the title, sure, but now they got talent, and they got some other talent there that haven't been on TV. I mean, you got Bobby Lashley, Adam Copeland, Kristen. You got other talent there that could challenge for that title too. All right, so. I'm not good. I know people hate that stipulation. That if he loses, he can't challenge for the AEW World Title again. Believe me, he will lose, but he will challenge for that title again someday. Someday, because that stipulation will come to an end. Will be dissolved. Someday that stipulation will not just go away, but will be not stipulated anymore. Something will happen where Adam Page will be eligible to wrestle for the AEW World Title. It probably won't be this year, not next year, but it'll be happening in the future unless unless he signs with unless his contract's up soon, he signs with WWE. But I'm saying that's not the case. I'm saying that's not the case. I don't think he's. I think he's pretty happy in AEW. I don't think he would want to go to WWE. Hangman Page to me is an AEW guy. He's an AEW guy. To me, I mean, I would set up AJ Styles, but Hangman Page is clearly an AEW guy. And I don't think he would go to WWE unless an offer is good. I don't know if his contract's up, so I'm just speculating, man. Okay. Don't shoot me, man. Don't shoot me, AEW fan. I'm saying I don't think it will go to AEW. Hangman Page. I know to say never, right? Never say never. Sure. I just don't see it. Exactly, Red. Exactly, Red. I just. And I don't know if you could get this Hangman Page in a WWE version. This version of Hangman Page. Okay? There's a lot of stuff the wrestlers do in AEW. You can't really do in WWE TV. Okay? What MJF would say on WTV, Netflix would have problems with. So what the wrestlers would say on AEW TV, Netflix would take issues with. Oh, I know Netflix is my own Warner Brothers, but TNT and TBS are not going to be part of the sale. Netflix technically won't own TNT, TBS, but they're splitting that, right? So whatever, but. I just know, right? WWE doesn't. WWE is TV. WWE is more. WWE is PG-13. They'll swear. They'll say bitch, ass, things like that. AEW is basically TV-14, and borderline 17. Okay. So, and some of the characters in AEW, when they work in WWE, like MJF. Now, if MJF went to WWE, to me, he would find a way to make it work. His character work in WWE because he's a creative guy. MJF is a very creative guy, right? So, to me, I think it would make it. He would make it work. A version of his character in WWE, and I don't think. I'm just saying, if you ever went to WWE, WWE should not change them at all. That'd be the snobby, better than you character MJF, because I think he can make that work. Because not just because of WWE, because of him. Because of how creative he is. Because he's a very charismatic guy. And some problems with AEW is, I mean, I love the wrestling. Don't get me wrong, the wrestling is great. They put on, they do put on tremendous matches, right? But some of the wrestlers have no personality, no charisma. And that wouldn't do well in WWE. Okay? MJF, he would do well. No question about it. No question about it, guys. Oh, wait, what time is it? All right. And I do think, I do think MJF is open about the possibility of WWE in the future. I do think so. In the future. Also, yes, so gonna finish this off. Yeah, I mean, there's a reason why Swerve. I actually like Swerve as a heel better than Omega because I think a heel Swerve is a lot more vindictive, a lot more sadistic, and because remember the stuff he did with to Nick Rain. Oh my god, like the heel Swerve is a better version. It's just a lot more dangerous and it's just all part of Omega's journey, guys. Omega is not going to wrestle Revolution, right? The thing is, because he has prior commitments, unless the thing is, we're gonna have a Swerve Omega rematch, and it'll probably be a double or nothing. They'll probably have a match of double or nothing, Omega and Swerve, because I believe this is Omega's year. Because I believe Omega is going to win that title eventually down the line. This is that belt MJF is wearing is keeping it warm for Omega. I believe that's the story here. All right? I believe this is not going to be because this is a dynamite match. Let's be honest. This was a dynamite match, a good dynamite main event match. But we need a pay-per-view match between these two. And I believe we're probably going to get a rematch, a double or nothing. Because when we get a rematch, it has to be at the pay-per-view, right? It has to be at a pay-per-view. Right? Are they doing a pay-per-view in April this year? Or are they gonna go skip or are they gonna go straight to May Red? Because if they're doing a pay-per-view in April, I would skip that and save it down the line for a double or nothing. Because I do believe this is Mega. I mean, me and Red kind of agree that Mega is eventually going to win that title. This is a Mega story. Kenny Omega's story right now. As it is. He's not going to win every match in his story, in his book. Okay? All right, so. But I do like the heel turn. Swerve to me works better as a heel. She is. Man. It's great. It's great. Oh, I gotta talk about Collision. Oh my god, before I end this. FTR. Oh my god, what he did to Nick and Matt Jackson's brother, their power drove their brother. Oh yeah, it was like their family was there, and the mother and father like was there. And FTR was getting it with their mother and father, and they pulled in the brother, and he power drove the Young Bucks brother. My God. That's great. That's great. That's great. Okay? Great stuff, man. All right. Guys, I'm going to end it here. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment below. Remember, Elimination Chambers this week. I'll be doing a review. I'll be making a preview prediction video this Thursday or Friday. I'll be reviewing the pay-per-view after watching it on Saturday. And in 2 weeks, I'll be doing the same thing for Revolution. But I might not do a review for Revolution because Revolution might be it's going to end late. And I'll be very, very tired. But I'll do preview predictions for Revolution for sure. But make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment below, guys. See you guys. Make sure to subscribe. Bye, guys.
Too sweet! Sweet! Too sweet! Too sweet!